back.
April.
What?
Good morning, friends. Day 43, maybe? I don't know. My feet are so cold. So yesterday was very rainy, windy, cold, and it snowed overnight. It's mid-April, as a reminder, and all of our shoes were freezing this morning. So we're walking very fast to try to thaw out our shoes, which literally were frozen. It's funny, a couple of the guys to get down their bear hangs literally had to pull down the branches because everything was too frozen to actually pull down the food bags the right way. So it might be the coldest we've been in. Given that I'm starting the morning in my sleep clothes, which are my warmest clothes, my sweater, my jacket, my gloves, and my hat. Never done that before. Oh, sunshine. So hopefully the feet become unfrozen soon. It would be nice if I could time my shoes appropriately. And we'll update you as we go on. While in the process of defrosting my feet, I also forgot to say I have a breakfast item in each of my pants pockets so that they can defrost, so that they can be edible. My honey bun, which is supposed to be a lovely soft pastry, made a thunk thunk sound this morning, so it was necessary. I also have my water filter in my jacket pocket right here because I don't want it to freeze, and it's supposed to be below freezing until like 11. We left at 7:30. I don't know what time it is now, but it's a long time for potential frozenness. I have to run or my feet will hurt me. Woo! We did it.
You're almost there. You're almost there. You're almost there. Cross the line. Woo!
Yeah. We made it. Come down off the mountain and it's a beautiful spring day. Flowers everywhere. No snow. More flowers. Welcome to Damascus.
You ever go just stay in the south? It's a lot more pretty down there.
I've heard it's flat.
All the north is just farmland.
Good morning. We are leaving Damascus. My bag is heavier than anyone else's. My food bag also won't close. So that's fun. Also, got my new shoes. Boop, boop. New shoes. They are very big. They're women's size 9. I've never worn shoes this big before. But these were the ones that fit in the store. And I've already tripped down the stairs. So we'll see how hiking goes. It is about 7:20. I've just left camp. Leaving before everyone because I know they'll catch up to me. The backpack's still very heavy, and these shoes are slowing me down. They're not great. I'm giving them 5 more days, including today. And if within a 6-day period they still hurt me as much as they did yesterday, I am just gonna bite the bullet and overnight myself shoes, the previous shoes I had, to Parisburg. It would suck big time because these shoes cost a lot of money, but also, like, I was in a lot of pain yesterday and it slowed me down. So can't keep having that, but also that was the first day with new shoes. So I'm hopeful, but I have a backup plan. We have like 4,000 feet of climbing today, something like that. It's gonna be a big day, but we crossed 500 feet today, and we see the ponies at the Grayson Highlands. So even if it's a painful day, at least it will be a good day. done it. 500 miles.
That wasn't even that hard.
Hello. In my tent, without the rain fly for the first time, because it's supposed to be warm tonight and it's not supposed to rain. So we'll see how it goes. But had a great day, saw the ponies. It was very hot. I think I got a little sunburned. But overall felt good. My feet did hurt a little towards the end, but that seems normal. So yeah, things are going well so far. So we also were able to wash our legs and our faces and our arms in the river before while we were waiting for the rest of our friends. So that's nice, given that the next shower isn't for another 9 days. And it's now sweaty times. So yeah, it was nice to get a little clean. Also, everything is in my tent now, because the ponies like to nibble on salty things, which includes the strap of your backpack, your shoelaces, your shoes, and the handles of your trekking poles. So this is how we keep it safe.
Good morning, friends. So sleeping under the stars was real cool until woke up in the morning and everything was just wet from condensation. So that'll take a little bit of time to dry out. So Gumby and I, as I think I've talked about, had sort of not paired up because there was 4 of them, with this other group called the Shitheads. And we were calling ourselves the Blue Two because we were wearing blue. And we also had a guy named Tiki with us, or have a guy named Tiki with us. But the Brits from the Shitheads had to move on. So we lost 2, which was sad, but hopefully we'll see them at the end of May. But before they left, we had all decided to call ourselves, as a collective, the Wagon Wheels, because I introduced everyone to the song Wagon Wheel at karaoke last week, and they thought it was a certified banger. So the Wagon Wheels are continuing on. And yeah, we're going to another sort of stealth site today, and hopefully there's not as much climbing as yesterday. I did get a bit of a sunburn, which is unfortunate. So I'm in a t-shirt today to protect myself. But next town stop, sunscreen.
It's really hot out. It's like high 70s, very hot, not a lot of clouds, not a lot of breeze. I think I'm gonna go in. I was sitting down by that little waterfall for so long, I forgot how hot and terrible it is away from the waterfall. Oh my lord. And now I have, how do I do this? Okay. And now I have 2.5 liters of water in my backpack, because where we're tenting tonight there is no water, and there's no water before it, and then there's no water after it for another 3 or so miles. So gotta have enough water for tonight for dinner, tomorrow for breakfast, and to get me through the first 3 miles of the day. And I almost fell over into the waterfall putting my backpack on, because it is so much heavier than it was. Whew. I've also been listening to some very interesting podcasts, so I thought I would share. Last couple days, I've been listening to, because, you know, you listen for like 20 minutes, someone pops by, you stop, you chat, whatever. So it can take you a couple days to get through a podcast. But I listened to the ologies episode on ticks. So I know lots of fun facts about ticks now that my fellow wagon wheels have been so excited to learn about. I also listened to one on Lyme disease and tick-borne illnesses because, you know, I feel like it's important to educate yourself about things that could impact you and how to prevent that. I also listened to the ologies episode today on knee pain, which was so interesting. I was engrossed. I might listen to it a second time to absorb more. So good. I also listened to the Players Pod, which used to be called Just Women's Sports, hosted by Kelly O'Hara, who is one of my favorite U.S. women's national team players. And she just had one with the coach, the previous coach, Jill Ellis, which I thought was so interesting. And, oh, the one I'm listening to right now that I paused because I stopped at a water source is, can't remember the name of the podcast. I'll write it down here when I look back and edit this. But it's about women's self-defense in the outdoors and how, you know, we shouldn't be afraid to go out and do things alone, whether that's even walking your dog at night to taking a solo hiking trip. My backpack keeps making noises and I keep thinking it's someone behind me. But it talks about how self-defense doesn't always have to be physical and how you can use your body language and your words to set boundaries with people that show that you are not an easy target and you're not to be messed with. And it's been very empowering and I'm having a great time. Also, I haven't finished this podcast episode yet, but I feel like it's worth saying that she did say, do not put your keys in your hand, in your fist, as a weapon. Because she said that if you do actually make contact with someone, if you're punching them with your key in your hand, that the key will like shred up your hand and your fingers. And you will do a lot more damage to yourself than you will do to someone who is trying to attack you. So, fun fact from that podcast episode. So, I think this is going to be a long weekly video because this podcast about women in the outdoors has got me thinking as a woman in the outdoors. It's interesting how when I told people I was coming out to do this, the first question I would typically get was, who are you going with? Or are you going alone? And when I say no one or yes, get sort of like faces where people would make sounds, which translated to, that doesn't seem safe. Here I am, almost 600 miles in. Let's just say that. But it's interesting because, like, how is this any less safe than regular everyday life as a woman? Like, I had an incident at my last job that required them changing my phone number because of an encounter I had with someone on a field visit. If anything out here, I feel safer than I did in the quote-unquote real world because I have this community of people around me who are looking out for me. It doesn't really matter if you know people or not. If you are a thru-hiker and they are a thru-hiker, people will offer you help. Or if you need something, it's sort of like they say the trail provides. And part of that is like a built-in security system. Like everyone's, for the most part, looking out for each other, man or woman of all ages. And I think there's something to be said for venturing out solo as a woman, normalizing that. Most of the hiking I did prior to coming out here was by myself because I found it challenging to find friends who wanted to do that kind of hiking or camping with me. And the idea of going out into the woods with strangers was less enticing than going alone. And sure, I've had a couple uncomfortable instances, but like if you are confident in yourself and you are aware of your surroundings, that is going to be like your first line of defense against anything bad happening out here. Oh, there's a nice pond down there. At least that has been my personal experience, and I hope that those fears don't hold back any women from participating in activities like this, because no one will go with them. Resupply! We're walking to the pizza place from the Walmart in Marion because the pizza delivery man before said he would drive us around, presumably for free. So we figured if we order a pizza that we have to deliver back to the shelter, because you can do that here, then we just get a ride with the pizza delivery to the shelter. So we're gonna see how that works out for us. But first we have to walk to the pizza place with our resupply. And
right beside this very busy road.
Yeah, right beside this very busy, very hot road.
That's a good one.
That's good
That's
content,
worth
but
keeping.
I don't know. Do I have to eat this piece of pineapple now? No, you can turn it off. So I haven't hung my food bag since that disastrous time in North Carolina. I've always had Gumby do it. But today I thought I will hang the food bag because Gumby was doing things. Didn't work. I outsourced to Sam, who then outsourced to Cholula. And then we are hanging up our bags, which are extremely heavy, very full of food. We also have to hang our orange juice that we bought for the morning because we thought that would be nice. And upon reaching full height, my bag crashed to the floor. There may be a mashed banana in there. That's a problem for tomorrow. Good morning. It is just after 8 a.m. Already sweating. Can't tell if you can see I got that glow, that sweaty glow. But yeah, it's gonna be a hot day, I think. But a positive to that is that I'm using my heat. Oh my god, there's sweat dripping down my face. Can you see it? No, you can't see it, of course. Taking advantage of that to do some trail laundry. And I washed my buff and one of my pairs of underwear in the spigot yesterday, and I'm drying them out on the back of my backpack as I hike. So that's a little hiker trash laundry line for you. But we're gonna hike it a quarter of the way to Georgia today, which is very exciting. So I'll share that when we get there. It's funny, I didn't realize I was here already, but I've seen this in other people's YouTube videos. Come on, dog! He's so floppy. Wow, is all I have to say about today. First of all, it's been pretty easy so far. But second, I'm just like looking around and noticing how lush everything is. Everything's green. There's flowers everywhere. It smells amazing. Even being as congested as I am. I just passed some flowering tree there. This is a dogwood. We've got some buttercups, dandelions, purple things, asters, other white flowers. I don't even know. I don't know all the flowers. There's so many flowers. Everything's green and lush and beautiful and amazing. Maybe there was some honeysuckle. There's honeybees around, bumblebees around, wasps, less exciting, but you know, they're doing their part. And it's just so, it's a beautiful day to be hiking. My favorite part of walking the Appalachian Trail. Walking under interstates. I know I just said that it was a beautiful day for a hike, which I am not going to retract my statement on that, but it is like freaking summer conditions out here. We've just been walking through a lot of fields and stuff today. Just been so exposed to the sun. I've had definitely over 1.5 gallons of water today. and it's just not enough. Sweating it out. I've got my electrolytes in there. Just, whew, it's freaking hot. And what's funny about that is in 2 days, it's going to be back in the 30s. So, April,